दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्मतमेदिनी दुषिनी सुदिनी दुर्गाम्मा दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्मतमेदिनी दुषिनी सुदिनी दुर्गाम्मा रवि सतभाषिनी रजनिकराशिनी रतसुतोषिनी ललितम्मा रवि सतभाषिनी रजनिकराशिनी रतसुतोषिनी ललितम्मा रतसुतोषिनी ललितम्मा रतसुतोषिनी ललितम्मा दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता गणपति तोषिनी गणसतमोदिनी गणविलेपिनी दुर्गाम्मा गणपति तोषिनी गणसतमोदिनी गणविलेपिनी दुर्गाम्मा पावनी रूपिणी पावनी शोधिनी पालय पावनी ललितम्मा पावनी रूपिणी पावनी शोधिनी पालय पावनी ललितम्मा पालय पावनी ललितम्बा पालय पावनी ललितम्बा दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता गिरिवासिनी सतदायिनी हर हर कारिणी दुर्गाम्मा तुम गिरिवासिनी सतदायिनी हर हर कारिणी दुर्गाम्मा गुरुभर रूपिणी कृत विशोषिनी सचिदानन्दिनी ललितम्मा गुरुभर रूपिणी कृत विशोषिनी सचिदानन्दिनी ललितम्मा सचिदानन्दिनी ललितम्मा सचिदानन्दिनी दुर्गम्मा दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता दुम 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 दुर्गा लं 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 ललिता दुम दुम दुर्गा 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 लं लं ललिता दुम दुम दुर्गा
सिद्धिविनायक जय गणपति झोपड़ी बनाए वचन पान फूल माला लाखों पे दया करो पार्वती लाला झोपड़ी बनाया वचन पान फूल माला लाखों पे दया करो पार्वती लाया आए शरण है सर्वन्नति आए सदा तेरी आरती विनायक जय गणपति गाय सदा तेरी आरती सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति गाय सदा तेरी आरती सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति गाय सदा तेरी आरती झोपड़ी बनाया वचन पान फूल माला लाखा पे दया करो पार्वती लाला झोपड़ी बनाया वचन पान फूल माला लाखा पे दया करो पार्वती लाला आए शरण है सलमन्मति गाए सदा तेरी आरती सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति गाए सदा तेरी आरती सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति गाए सदा तेरी आरती गाए सदा तेरी आरती गाए सदा तेरी आरती
प्रेम सलो श्री गणपति भगवान की। पर्यावरण संजनों, आप लोग खड़ा हो जाइए भगवान गणेश जी की आरती के लिए। लेट अस ऑल स्टैंड एज वी हैव श्री गणेश जी आरती।
गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा सेवा से सब विघ्न टरे सेवा से सब विघ्न टरे गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा सेवा से सब विघ्न टरे सेवा से सब विघ्न टरे तीन लोक 33 देवता अरे तीन लोक 33 देवता अरे द्वार खड़े सब अर्ज करे द्वार खड़े सब अर्ज गाओ सिद्धि दक्षिण पाम विराजे अरे रिद्धि सिद्धि दक्षिण पाम विराजे अरु आनंद तो चमर करे अरु आनंद तो गणपति की जय गजानन दीप और लिए आरती दीप और लिए आरती हाथ खड़े जयकार करे हाथ खड़े जयकार गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा सेवा से सब विघ्न टरे सेवा से सब विघ्न टरे
के मोदक भोग लगत है,
मोदक भोग लगत है,
अरे गुड़ के मोदक भोग लगत है,
मोदक भोग लगत है,
अरे मूषक वाहन चढ़ा सरे,
मूषक वाहन गणपति सेवा मंगल देव, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे।
सौम्य रूप से ये गणपति के, अरे सौम्य रूप से ये गणपति के, अरे विघ्न भाजो दूर करे, विघ्न भाजो दूर करे,
गणपति सेवा मंगल देव, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे।
भादो मास और शुक्ल चतुर्थी,
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 अरे दिन दो पारा पूर करे,
दिन दो पारा पूर करे, गणपति सेवा मंगल देव, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे।
जन्म गणपति प्रभु जी,
जन्म गणपति प्रभु जी,
ये जन्म गणपति प्रभु जी,
जन्म गणपति प्रभु,
अरे दुर्गा मन आनंद परे, दुर्गा मन आनंद परे,
गणपति सेवा मंगल देव, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, गणपति सेवा मंगल देव, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, अरे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, अरे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे, अरे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे।
प्रेम से लोग गजानन स्वामी भगवान की। अपना आसन लीजिए, बैठ जाइए भैया। Can have your seats now. प्रेम से लोग गजानन स्वामी भगवान की जय। सभी उपस्थित गण, भक्तजन, हमारे मंदिर समिति के लिए मैं रउआ लोग के स्वागत बा। ये हमनी की 8 रात है। दिस इज आवर 8th night, and this is the first time we are having 9 nights of Ganesh festival. Hopefully by the grace of Bhagwan next year we will do all nights. It takes time to grow and to see how your support systems are. Then you can expand. You cannot go and do things and then we strain ourselves. And with the outpouring of love and support, I must thank everyone who has made this yajna successful. I know things are very expensive, and to sponsor a night in a yajna, Sri Manguruji, is very expensive for food and prasad. Prasad alone almost is $1,000+ for the night. 2 tin of ghee is our $600 nearly. So we were able to get the Shrotas to at least, we say you sponsor the prasad and Baba will look for the food. And we had a great outpouring for these nights of people sponsoring dinner. Tonight our Judge Karta, Mr. and Mrs. Kumar, I just mix up all your surname. That is why I was afraid to say it. Where is his surname again, boy? Ram Sahai. Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Ram Sahai and family. They said they will sponsor the night and they will cook. But many people gave food. The first night, sauce doubles. Salina Basant sponsored doubles. In Navratri, next 2 weeks, one night, one of my shishas, I will tell you, you are going to get burger and fries. One night. Sometimes too much corridor burn your stomach. Na. But we get, you see, this is what we call in the spirit of Panchauti. When the people come together and they give. Long ago when you had a yajna, you could be having your own personal yajna. And people here, they have a jug. And they bring aloo, they bring onion, they bring rice, they bring everything. That I heard of many stories in my youth. That people had to extend the jug because the food was too much. Sri Mangaruji could bear me out on this in South Trinidad especially. I remember I went to do a yajna in Guyana and the Pundit was telling me, he said they had a yajna in the village many years ago. Bhagavatam for 7 nights, 3 times a day, and they had to do 14 nights because the amount of the outpouring of love was so much that they had to read 14 nights, 3 times a day to finish the food. Sometime when they would have so many stuff remaining, they would look for where have a jug and send it. But this was the love. And this is what we need to inculcate. Forget that, things are hard. Long ago, things was harder. But we all came together, our ancestors came together and made things possible. And this is a spirit that we need to re-imbibe in our lives. So I'm grateful for everyone who has sponsored to make this yajna a success. Let us all clasp our hands and close our eyes as we meditate upon Gajanan Swami, as we ask him to bless all who have contributed in whatever way, even just by presence in the yajna. Oh Bhagwan, let us all be together in dharma. Let us all be together, holding each other's hand on this journey towards liberation as we all go and come to you as a family, as we pray together. Hari Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Sri Saraswate Namaha Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om Namaha Shivaya Mata Pita Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha Sri Guru Ramananda Namaha Vyasa Muni Namostute Ekaradana Gaja Badana Ke Pagavandau Karjori Kirpa Karaho Shivanandana Bodhe Barhai Jahi Mori Vyasayadi Narapungava Narada Adi Munisa Dinakar Brahma Shesha Guru Sab Kahanao Sisa Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottama Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Saranye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Yesterday we were discussing what we will sing. There are many Ganesh bhajans, but I don't know many. So, yesterday one of my shishyas who sings with us, Amanda, also my niece, she said, Guruji, why don't you sing this song you write? I said, well, everything I write I don't sing. She said, no, you have one more song. So I said, I can't remember this song. So she showed it to me this morning. I said, girl, I forget the tune for this song. Sing it back for me, let me hear. So she sent me a voice note. You remember? But I have to make a change in the words, right? One word. So I want you to sing with me. Say, Ganapati, Ganapati re, Pyare Gauri Lala. Pyare Gauri Lala, Pyare Sankar Bala. Ganapati, Ganapati re. There we go. Sri Ganapati, Sri Ganapati, Pati Buddhi Dayak, Gama Gam Ganapati re, Ganapati Moria re. So the 3-verse song, I will sing just 2 verses. So this is my tradition as a Vyas. I must do my own poetic rendition to show my appreciation to Bhagwan. This is my great-grandfather used to do it, so I'm going to do it the same way. So we sing together. Ganapati, Ganapati re, Pyare Gauri Lala re. Gao! Ganapati, Ganapati re, Pyare Gauri Lala re. Bolo! Ganapati, Ganapati re, Pyare Gauri Lala. Shri Ganapati Ati Buddhi Dayak Gama Gama Ganapati Re Ganapati Moria Re Go! Shri Ganapati Ati Buddhi Dayak Gama Gama Ganapati Re Shri Ganapati Ati Buddhi. Ati means so many, so much. He's giving intelligence to everyone. Gam Gam Ganapatiya, we welcome you, O Ganesh ji. Gao Sri Ganapati. I want to sing with me, right? Sri Ganapati Ati Buddhi Dayak Gama Gama Ganapati Re Ganapati Moria Re. Go! गणनायक गुण ज्ञान निधान प्रथम पूज्य भगवान गणपति मोरिया रे गौ गणनायक गुण ज्ञान निधान प्रथम पूज्य भगवान गणपति मोरिया रे गौ श्री गणपति गणपति मोरिया Gananayak, he is the Lord of all the hosts. Gunajnana Nidhana, he is the fountain of all good qualities and all knowledge. Pratama Puja Bhagavan, you are the first to be worshipped, O Ganesh ji. We welcome you. महिमा बोधि बड़ाई शेष सहस्र नगाई गणपति मोरिया रे महिमा बोधि बड़ाई शेष सहस्र नगाई गणपति मोरिया रे गौरी गणपति गणपति मोरिया रे गौ श्री गणपति
गणपति बुद्धदायक गम गणपति रे, गणपति मोरया रे, गणपति मोरया रे, ओ गणपति मोरया रे.
Telling तुम्ही महिमा बुद्धि बढ़ाई. Your knowledge, your greatness is so great, is so known, is so great. Sesa sahasa nagai. Not even a 1,000-headed Ses Nag can completely sing your greatness. Tonight we are continuing. Tonight as we continue, 82 अध्याय क्रीड़ा खंड गणपति पुराण, Ganesh Puran. In the Krida Khand of the Ganesh Puran, they said this is the Ganesh Puran, not the small book. This is in Sanskrit, pure Sanskrit here, and Hindi and Sanskrit here. In the 82nd chapter, and remember we start 81st, 80th, 3 nights read with this katha. The third night of this katha of Ganesh Ji, because we always hearing of the advent of Ganapati Bhagwan, but I'm giving the detailed explanation of his manifestation. We learned of the philosophy of Ma Parvati's sacrifice and dedication, what it means. We learned about the origin and the reason why we perform Murti Puja with Mitti. We make a Mitti Pratima, we make a Mitti Murti of Ganapati. And the reason, you see, when she performed the worship, when she saw the Lord, she made an earthen Murti. The Lord blessed her. Remember, she made the earthen Murti of the Lord, and from the Murti itself the Lord manifested to teach us that the Lord is in everything, in every atom, and we are not, there is no one that is an idolater. Because anyone who worships in any religion or any whatever philosophy worships to an image, you have understood God. You have personified, you have personalized God. And you are the greatest devotee. Every morning, without fail in this Mandir, an evening puja is done. There are days when I cannot be here for health reasons or otherwise, and we have other pujaris beside myself, because pujari mean not in Shakti temple, pujari mean who take care of the devta. So Pundits are also pujaris. Pujari mean who taking care of the God, who doing the puja for the God. They are the personal attendant of the God. It's called pujari. So there are 4 of us are the main pujaris in this mandir. And every day puja is done. Every morning abhishek of the linga is done. Every day all the devatas are given puja. We do all giving of food and everything. Because we have personalized God. And we have, by doing this, you dedicate yourself to the Lord 100%. So blessed are those who worship the murtis, who have images of the Lord, and you worship to the Lord. Because it gives you the feeling of a relationship that you cannot have with an invisible God. So every kultiya who worship to the image of the Lord in some way or the other, because Bhagwan Krishna says, I am the one God, but however you worship, I am still God taking everything. And the Lord has chosen to be an earthen image. Every kultiya worships to an image, either consciously or subconsciously. By just seeing something, they get a religious fervor. And so the Lord, when he took his Virat Swarup, this God, before Ma Parvati, when she saw him, as he chants Sri Ganesh Aya Namaha, let us hear what will transpire. Parev Salo Gajanan Swami ki!
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, 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 Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Prodphula nayana praha dhanyase girijatmaje sakta drishto guneshasya grihe subarishay. Bolo!
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha,
Anishyati mahadaityam bhubharam sa harishyati Indra lokapalanam swapadani pradayati.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Om Namo Narayanaय Krishna Govindaye Namo Namaha. ब्रह्मा बोले अपनी प्रिय के ऐसे वचन सुनकर प्रसन्न मन वाले तथा हर्षित रेख से विकसित नेत्रों वाले शिवजी ने कहा कि हे पार्वती, तुम धन्य हो, तुमने साक्षात गणेश के दर्शन किए हैं, वह तुम्हारे घर में अवतार लेंगे. So in this way, Bhagwan Shiva and Ma Parvati, they are having this relationship, and they are having this, what is happening now. And so the Lord is speaking and blessing her. Ma Parvati, what happened? I make a mistake, so I have to be honest. I read the wrong line. Namo Narayanaya Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. When the Lord, Ma Parvati saw the Lord, जब तक पार्वती उनसे ऐसे बोले रही थी, तभी उसने अपने सन्मुख उनको देखा. वह परमेश्वर 6 भुजाओं वाले चंद्रमा के समान सुंदर 3 नेत्रों से सुशोभित सुंदर नासिक एवं सुंदर भौहों से व्यक्त मुख तथा विशाल वक्षस्थल वाले थे. And she tell the Lord that, Lord, I want to see you like a baby. I don't want to see you like this. I told you you have to be my child. You are in the Virat Swarup. This is what I want to see. And so saying, immediately the delighted Lord took a beautiful form as a baby. Here the description. In front of her he appeared. This Parameshwar, 6 bhujao. He had 6 hands. We see Ganesh Ji with 4 hands. Why 6 hands? 6 hands. Chandrama ke saman sundar, beautiful as a radiant full moon. 3 netra se sobhit, susobhit, 3 beautiful eyes. Sundar nasika, beautiful nose. You know, when people have baby, they rub in the child nose. They want to get a straight nose. But if your nose bent, how the child will get a straight nose? Oh, child nose will come out big and fat. We want a straight, thin nose. Well, here came by plastic surgeon to get that. But you know, beautiful nose, straight and pretty. Sundar bhohe. You know bhohe? The eyebrow, pretty eyebrow. Say, yukta mukta tha bisal, vakshasthal wale the, very beautiful body, you know, a nice chubby little child. उनके चरण कमल ध्वजा अंकुश ऊर्ध्व Gami Rekha, and and when you look at his below his feet, he had all the markings of Lord Vishnu. Who is Lord Ganesh? He had the Dhwaja, the flag imprinted, the Ankush, you know, the goad that is used by the elephant guys to hit the elephant. All the beautiful markings on at the bottom of his feet that heralds to the world that the Lord, the Supreme Krishna has come. The Supreme Father of the universe has come. Only He has these markings under His feet. And so beautiful was this Lord and shining like a bright full moon. Why does the Lord have the 6 hands? One hand has a shank. The shank meaning when it is blown, the dhwani, the sound of the shank, it purifies the atmosphere. He is the purifying Lord. One hand, He is having the chakra that cuts everything, destroys all negativity, takes away your ego to make you become equal. He has the Padma, the lotus flowers. The lotus flower, what does it represent? The blossoming of devotion, which happens with patience and endurance. And that devotion, that divinity, that bhakti comes when you understand that everything is divine. Like in the pond that we have at the side of the Mandir, there are lotus flowers. Dirty water, you wouldn't drink it, but we'll take the beautiful flowers. It represents we don't scorn our environment, we don't hate anyone. We experience the divinity in everyone. Then you become beautiful. But it takes time and patience. You cannot overnight become a bhakta. But when you develop yourself, you will be chosen by the Lord. You become truly beautiful. The Lord has a goad, not a goad, the pasi. Pasi meaning, what is the pasi? The noose. That He will pull you to Him and keep you within the realm of dharma. He has a hand that is blessing, that I am blessing you, don't worry, I am protecting you. In one hand He is holding laddu, beautiful sweets, food, represent prosperity. I will nurture you, I will give you that which is necessary to enjoy this world, to get bhukti and mukti, to enjoy this world, because this world is to enjoy. Anybody tell you not to enjoy, something wrong with them. This world was created to enjoy this world and to get mukti, liberation. You know, in the ancient Hindu sanat, I want to stop this sanat, this Hindu word there. It's like a bad word to see. The word is sanatan. You see the t-shirt that we have? I am sanatan. This is our dharma, not Hindu. Hindu is a racial word, but they call we. We are Sanatan. No matter your sect, your organization, we belong to one thing, Sanatan Dharma. So we are Sanatan. This is the t-shirts we have for fundraiser, and we're making some bumper sticker to put in your motor car. I am Sanatan. One year I carry some of these stickers in India for Kumbh Mela. Well, every year they have Kumbh Mela in India. I carry some and stick up, they have Gavana is all about, and I stick up Trinidad and Tobago, I am Hindu all about. You know, to leave our mark. But come back to Katha. In the ancient Sanatan Dharma, it didn't have Charu Padarat. It was Dharma, Earth and Kam. Not Moksha. That's something strange, eh? Dharma, once you live under the umbrella of Dharma and on the foundation of Dharma, you will have Arat, you will acquire legitimately. Good? Because your foundation and your protection is Dharma, you will enjoy in a dharmic manner. And because Dharma is your foundation, Dharma is your protection, Dharma is your everything, automatically because you live dharmic life, you will get moksha. So moksha was never there before. But they added on moksha to re-emphasize you have to be liberated. So think about that. Because people were just thinking maybe dharma is just to pray and go walk and go and enjoy and forget everything else. So the rishis added on the moksha to remind you, don't get caught up in illusion. But firstly, they were dharma, artha and moksha. Once dharma is your foundation, once dharma is your umbrella, once dharma is your motivation, then you are already arrived. Good. So the Lord is having all the laddu, people putting in his hand, is a symbol that the Lord will give you the just fruits for you. Don't worry, he knows what is for you. The 6 hands of the Ganapati. And so this beautiful child, the messengers of Lord Shiva, who is always protecting to Parvati Mata, saw this miracle and went to Bhagwan Shiva to give him the message. As we chant Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, let us say what will transpire. Ganapati Bhagwan ki!
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, 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 Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Chata potra valo karyam jato yahi nijam phalam evam gunavachah srutva doshota girinapatihe.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Agastya vikchayatam bala madabhotam shashitannibham kartikadri nibham kundadhavalam kandalochanam.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Namo Narayana Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha. आप पुत्र के दर्शनार्थ अपने घर जाइए. They tell to Lord Shiva, go to your house to see your child that has appeared. गुणों के ऐसे वचन सुनकर शिवजी प्रसन्न हो गए थे. When he heard Lord Shiva that his child has come, he became so ecstatic. नमो नारायणाय नमः, नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. वह आकर वे चंद्रमा के समान धवल स्फटिक मणि के पर्वत सदृश दीप्तिमान कुंड के पुष्प के समान श्वेत वर्ण वाले तथा कमल के समान नेत्र वाले और अद्भुत वाले का देखकर परम आश्चर्यविंत हुए. और तब उन्होंने यह वचन कहे. When Lord Shiva arrived there and he saw this baby, he beheld this child. The child was as white as the full moon. When the moon comes out in all its splendor, there's a silverish, whitish glow. So the Ganapati was glowing. His eyes were like beautiful pools, so enchanting to look at his eyes that you get lost in his beautiful eyes. Looking at his beautiful child, his eyes were like the shape of the beautiful lotus flowers. So perfect this child was. Lord Shiva looked at him all over. You know when a new baby born and you take up your baby, you're watching to see the child born with extra toe, less figure thing. So he's looking at this child. When my son was born, I was in the hospital with my wife. And my son have had time to sleep in his mommy's belly. And that was the time that to pull he out. So he couldn't come out because he sleep away. So the doctor said, we have to take something to pull him out. I said, but did the people get damaged? He said, no, it's something new we have. So they put a suction thing and they pull him out. When they pull he out, he cookery and he's sleeping. I said, oh God, this child dead, boy. How am I going to tell my wife? You know, because looking at every aspect and the child is moving. And the doctor take him up, then he started a ball. But you're looking at the child, I wonder if anything missing, how he looking, everything. So too Lord Shiva is looking at this child. So too Lord Shiva is looking at this child and not seeing a fault in this child. The only one who can be faultless, my friends, is Bhagwan. Bhagwan Shiva, he is beholding a great mystery. And so what happens as he sees this faultless baby, as he chant Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, let us say what transpires. Gajanan Swami ki
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, 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 Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Nayam balo nadi siddho jara janma viparjitah Leela vigrahavanisha swapna prakasho gunagati. He gao
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
मुनिधेयो खिलाधरो ब्रह्म भूतो के लप्रदा एवमुक्त्वा कराभ्याम सबाल मादक संकर हो.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
ओम नमो नारायणाय कृष्ण गोविंदाय नमो नमः. शिव जी बोले यह बालक नहीं है अपितु अनादि सिद्ध जन्म मरम तथा जरा के से रहित लीला हेतु अवतार लेकर शरीर धारण करने वाले स्वतः प्रकाशित गुणातीत शुद्ध सत्वमय सभी जीवों के स्वामी तथा संपूर्ण लोकों के स्वामी है. When Lord Shiva saw this child and saw the perfection of this child, he said, this is not a child. ये पुत्र नहीं है. But this is the God who is without birth or death. Leela Hetu Avatar lekar has come on this earth to perform a sport. The Lord he comes to the earth time after time for a reason to sport with us. He has taken Avatar. This is the Lord who is beyond the gunas. This is the Lord who is a master of the creation. This Lord has taken form, the master of all. Bhagwan Shiva is the greatest devata. He is called Mahadev. But greater than Bhagwan Shiva is the supreme reality of Brahman that we don't know, we cannot define. But the Vedas say Naiti, Naiti, Neti, Neti. If Ganesh Puran says he is Ganesh, the Lord of all qualities, so everything he is, the Lord of everything. That supreme reality of Brahman that some people call the Supreme Krishna, the Par Brahma, the highest God and the only God. But who is Bhagwan Shiva when compared? Bhagwan Shiva is our Dhuta, the Lord who is never born and never dies. He is the expansion of divine reality that keeps the universe in check. Like the gravitational pull that keeps all the planets in its place, so too Bhagwan Shiva, when he sits in meditation with his half-gazed eyes, representing everything is in its rightful place, and I sit here as a force of attraction that holds everything. He is the Avadhuta. When the universe will destroy, for want of a better word, everything merges back into the Param Brahma. Only Bhagwan Shiva remains outside. He cannot die. He cannot be polluted. This is why amongst all the devas, he and he alone carries the name Mahadev, the greatest. Everything else merges back into the reality. This reality has chosen Shankara to be his father. This Supreme Ganapati, as I read in the first night, I gave the Chaupai from the Ramayana, where when Lord Shiva went to get married to Ma Parvati and they sat in the Marwa, they did Ganesh Puja. The Rishis and Munis instructed them, because the Pundits for the Lord Shiva and Ma Parvati were the Rishis and Munis. They said, now pray to Ganesh, but Ganesh didn't born yet. Because he is the Supreme God. But he has chosen now to manifest himself with these qualities to teach us how we must behave. He has come to sport with us. For the Lord so loves us, he comes himself. I want you to always remember that. In Sanatana Dharma, the Lord so loves us. The Supreme Brahman, he comes himself to play with us, to love with us, to discipline us, and to remind us of our pathway back home. And so Bhagwan Shiva, being in this trance, he says this child should be meditated upon, for this is the supporter of the universe. He is the one to give us everything. So Bhagwan Shiva is speaking of this child. You know, how many days is the Ganesh festival? Anyone tell me quickly? Say it loudly. Me and nobody. Nobody in the Mandir? There's only me and ITV. Right, but say it now. Look frightened out. You have no prize to win, but just say it still now. 11 days. Why? Mr. Mangur, you know why 11 days? Tonight you're going to find out why we have 11 days festival. This Ganesh Puran will give it. Why do we do things? Because people say, they have 11 days for Ganesh Ji, 9 days for Durga Mata, 7 days for Bhagavad Katha. Why 11 days for Ganesh Ji? As we chant Sri Ganesh Aya Namaha, let us hear what will transpire. Gajanan Swami ki! सर्वहितेऽप्ययः सदा पुनरुचे च गिरिजां शिवो शिवहरो विभो परमात्मा गुणातीतः यपोत्रतां ति समागतः पुरानुष्ठानतो दिवे साकादृष्टो विभूषता बोलो श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः नमो नारायणाय नमः, नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जो शिव जी सदैव सभी के हृदय से विद्यमान रहते हैं। Lord Shiva held to the baby and squeezed the baby to his chest. A newborn baby, you hold him like this. Hold the baby to his chest. उन्होंने उस बालक का प्रेम लंगन चुंबन करके अपने हृदय से लगाकर उस अशिवहरी प्रभु शिव जी ने पुनः पार्वती से कहा कि गुणातीत परमात्मा ही तुम्हारे पुत्र रूप में उत्पन्न हुए हैं। He held on to the Lord, this child to his heart, the God to his heart, the God who is already in everybody's heart. He held on to the God, according to the scripture, the Lord who is already antarjami, who is within every one of us. Now in this physical form, he held the Lord to his heart. This is love. When you hold a new baby to your chest, you know the love you just feel? The Lord is already within him, but he is holding the Lord to his chest. It represents the devotee who is always yearning for more and more love relationship with the Lord. You know, we say that is the Mandir, we bow to the Mandir. But do we go to the Mandir? We say that is the Lord. You come to the Mandir, we look at the Lord. Oh Hanumanji, Jai Hanuman. I love you. But do you go to the feet of the Lord? This is what it represents. Though you are a great devotee, though you are a great lover of the Lord, you never, tired of wanting to be closer and closer to the Lord. Hence the reason Lord Shiva held a baby Ganesh on his chest to his heart. Though the Lord is already in his heart, he wants the Lord more and more. And embracing the baby like this, he then tells to Ma Parvati, you see, lady, the great devotion and sacrifice that you have performed has now manifested as this boy, this child. Your devotion, my friends, will manifest in your life. How you pray, so you will receive. Sometimes I tell people, they come to check a little patra, say you have to do a little puja thing. Baba, what day you want to do puja? Say puja means to pray. But when we hear the word puja, I think jhandi. Every day you puja Bhagwan. Every day you worship to the Lord. When you wake up in the morning, you remember your Guru Mantra. You check your breathing according to Shiv Swarodai and take that hand, which side the nostril is breathing the most, and rub over your face. Thinking of Ganapati, you worship to Ma Bhuya, Dharti Mata, and you put your feet on the ground. Then you get up and you shower and you do your first jal to Surya Dev. Then you worship to Ganapati. Then you worship to Lord Shiva. Then you worship to Durga or any aspect of the Devi. Then you worship to who? To Krishna or any aspect of the Vishnu. Then you worship to Agni. Sada Bhavani Dahini Sanmukh Raho Ganesh, Panch Devta Raksha Kare Brahma Vishnu Mahesh. But the 5 devatas you worship every day is Ganesh, Surya, Shiva, Devi, Krishna and Agni. You do Havan. 6 puja every day. Some people say only Pundits must do Havan. Everyone must perform Havan. If you don't know many mantras, the Ramayana say just give 3 ahuti of ghee. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. But every day you must perform Havan. Let me tell you, the more you pray, the more you do jap, the more you do Havan, is the more your grahas leave you. The more you will see your way. You don't only have to wait when the jhandi looking a little dinchop, you go, Kali Baba na gyal, we go do our next jhandi. That jhandi can't help you. I am a Pandit and I telling you that the jhandi could only help you when you do prayers every day. You want to know the secret for the puja? You cannot supposed to fast 3 weeks before. You're supposed to fast 40 days before. Oh God, oh, week. 40 days. How many verses, how many Chalisa? 40. When you have a graha, how many days you have to do jump for the graha to move? 40 days. But you see, when I tell you that now, they say, Vivek, remember Baba na, he making we lost weight and thing. You see, unless you don't give, you don't receive. Unless you don't empty yourself, you cannot make place for the blessing to come inside. When the day you go by the Baba to put a date for that puja, you have to start to prepare for that puja. You know that? When you go by people now to give wedding card for your children wedding, you give the card and then you go wait till when you go prepare, you're supposed to be preparing and ready for the wedding, for everything to work out well. So to you're inviting the God, you have to start preparing, worshiping and say, Lord, so daytime having a prayers, I'm giving this manawa, I'm manawing you that I'm having a prayers and I want you to come, so I'm doing devotion for you to come in this prayer. You know that? You have to manawe the Devta. So you have to worship every day now. People believe this fasting thing. Yes, you have plenty of people that fast but they don't pray. Fasting don't mean praying. We're not supposed to eat certain things, but because people eat in mere vex, they have fasting for that. But you're supposed to pray with the fasting for the God to come. So you have, when you set your date for your prayer, from that day you start fasting and praying. Lord, I invite you to come to my house. Lord, I invite you to come to my house. Lord, I invite you to come to my house. So that I have a prayers. I want you to come. I want you to accept my puja. I want you to bless my family. But you just can't put the date and then fast for 3 weeks and then hope something will work out. Die like you're shooting in the dark. Maybe you might hit the target, maybe you wouldn't. I tell you these things to make you understand. We make a joke and a mockery of puja, you know. We make a joke and mockery of puja. Puja is a great thanksgiving. But you have to do penance for the Lord to come. You have to prepare your body, mind and soul, just like you clean your house and things. You have to clean this house through puja, through worship. And what crowns out this worship is the puja, that the Pundit will come to your house. So what happened? The Lord now is telling Ma Parvati, your great blessings have allowed for Lord to be born in your home. What happens? Om Namo Narayanaya Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha Hari Om. तब शिव जी ने ब्राह्मणों को बुलाकर गणपति पूजन, मातृका पूजन एवं पुण्य हवाचन करके तथा अम्युक्तायिक श्राद्ध करके उस बालक से मधु तथा घी का प्राशन कराया. भगवान शिवा, he started to call all the Brahman to prepare that my child is born. And they perform, you have what the book said? Ganapati Puja. Ganesh is born in his home in a physical form, but he's doing Ganesh Puja because the name, the God is before the form. He performed Sodas Matrika, the 16th form, Gauri Puja. He performed all rituals and he performed Shraddh. When your child is born, you have to perform Nandimukh Shraddh. He performs Shraddh and then Madhu tatha Ghiu, honey and Ghiu is mixed. The father will take the honey and Ghiu. You can do it in 7 days, you can do it in 11 days, you could do it, you have days to do it. We're not here to discuss too much of that. But the father will take a piece of gold, like a pen, like a stick, and he will dip the ghee and honey, mix it like this, and he will draw the Om on the child's tongue while saying the Gayatri mantra 7 times. But sometimes them father so happy the child born, them in a different level of gladness. When your child is born, I want to tell you something. I am not vexing with you for what you just eat and drink, right? I don't do it, but I am not vexing for you for doing it. So don't feel Baba making you feel bad. But you see, for the chatti and the barahi, it has to be sadha. He has to be vegetarian. Because on the 6th day, Brahma comes to mark your child's fortune on his forehead. There are rituals to perform. Tonight you're going to understand. After the 12 days, you could have anything. I wouldn't vex with you. But till the 12 days when that child born, you cannot, mask, hose, khai, all these different things, So the honey and ghee and touch it or write the Om on the child's tongue, reciting the Gayatri mantra 7 times. By the day and time and alignment of the child, according to a book called Lal Kitab, it will tell you if you live 75 years, 25 years, 35 years, 95 years. That's Hindu astrology, the perfect science. So don't, as they say, don't get wax. It's not no, simidimi. It's not no superstition. There are many people here, you go to your Pundits or whosoever to check your astrology and you have problem, and when they tell you do certain thing, you see away. No? Why? Because everything is vibration. Then your child born, the Pandit tell you, call the child Punya. He say, what kind of name is that? You know what Punya mean? Blessing. But that's something Umiya or that. So you call the child something else. You say, call the child Puja. Call the child Priya. Call the child, some beautiful name. But no, we want to put an Angreji name. One way to begin to grasp your culture and your language and your Sanatanist way is to start to give your children Hindu names. That's the first step. All these people from India who go to America and they are 3rd and 4th generation there, doctors, children, all kind of people went to America from India. Up till now, every child have an Indian name. Go to Canada, see. What is the shame to have an Indian name? Tell me. I'm proud of my name. How people go pronounce? Up till now, people can pronounce my son name in Trinidad. But when my son born in America, then white woman call his name. My son name Siddhant. A fella called, what your son name? I said Siddhant. He was Siddhan. I said that Siddhan means motoka bhai. Try to get Hindu names. Try to get your Sanatanist Aryan names. For when you get a Rasi name, somehow in Trinidad, when you get a Rasi name, they tell you hide it. Not so. Don't tell nobody. But any name you had, they could go by the Obiaman and walk you. And the Rasi name is a mantra, a vibration when you were born. So if your name is Su, the Pandit says Surajdev, and the more I say Surajdev, 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 I invoke Kumbh Rasi in you. What do you call in English? Sagittarius. I invoke that in you. I invoke the power of the deity that rule over Kumbh Rasi, which is Hanumanji, in you. So it causes an invocation of power in that person, the more you call them that. That is why they say when you say Sankalp, say your name. Not Paul and Henry, but if your name Bisun, call your name. Because you pull the vibration immediately on you. And the blessings come. So name is very important. So you don't have to hide the Rasi name. Put it as a first name. So the more you call the child that name, the more you invoke the energy of divinity that is dormant in them. Good? We will come back to Katha. So the Pundits, these rishis are saying, your child was born in Bhado. This period is Bhado, this month. In Shukla Paksh, in the bright fortnight. In Chaturthi Tithi, the fourth day in the month, that was last week Friday. He was born on a Monday, Somwar. When the nakshatra Swati, nakshatra, as I explained a few nights ago, is a universe, a group of stars, a group of suns there with a set of planets, something. When that was ruling, there are 27 nakshatras in this solar system. When Singh Lagan, when the horoscope of Leo was predominant in the sky, when 5 auspicious planets were ruling over his astrology, he appeared. Yah Sriman Sri Sampan Parakram अद्भुत कर्म करने वाला महाबली तथा सभी लोगों एवं भक्तों के अत्यंत सुखप्रद होगा. He says, this person, this child who is born like this will become courageous, illustrious, perform great actions, miraculous deeds. He will bring happiness to the world and all the devotees in this life because he was born like this. You see how precise astrology is? When they ask you, you could prove the God as a historical being. Look, they tell you here. In Bhado Sukla Paksh, Chaturthi Tithau, Somwar, they even give you the day when he was born. So you understand how precise our dharma is? And so giving this blessing and giving these words, the sages left. As they left and the baby was there, Sheshanag, who is the bed of Lord Vishnu, appeared and folded up himself, coiled himself, and made himself a bed to hold this baby, and his hood came over the child to protect the child. The Ganesh ji is the Mahavishnu. And so Sheshanag became the cradle for Ganapati ji, protecting over him as we chant Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Let us hear what will happen.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, 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 Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Tato muni gan sarve mrinmate chakrata mandapam shobhanam kretva kadali pushmanditam.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
पूजः पर या भक्त्या पद्मासन गता मुदा गुणेश शेष गुणेशे जपेत सर निरंतरम गाओ.
Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha.
And so it tells here that Tato Munigan Sarve Mrinam Murti Chakra Ruttamam. So then when this happened, the Munis, remember they are living amongst the Munis in Trisandhya Kshetra in India with Gautam and all the holy ones. The Munis and them, after this miracle appeared, they went outside of Shiva Bhagwan's home and they made a Mrina Murti. Mrin is a Sanskrit word. Mrin meaning dirt, mitti. It made an earthen image of the Lord that they saw, Ganesh. They made a mandapam, shobhanam, beautiful mandapam. Shobhanam means beautiful. Kritva kadali pushpa manditam. Kadali mean plantain. Kela mean fig, banana. But kadali mean plantain. They use plantain trees in yajna. But because it's difficult to get, we use the banana trees. So plantain trees were put around the mandap. There we had the 5 fig tree, and beautiful flowers were strewn all over around the mandap. And there in that jagshala or that mandap or that maro that they made, Ganapati Bhagwan is there, and they began worshipping and they began singing Ganesh, 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 and praying to this Lord. Praying to this Lord for all these nights. Day and night they worshipped and they fasted. Remember, he's born on the 4th, the Chaturthi. The same day when the Lord was born, all his rituals were performed, and immediately they built this mandap and started to pray. And as they are praying and praying, the 10th day comes. Day and night they never slept, worshipping and praising. Then they gave food to all the Brahmins and all the holy people that were gathered. They had a bhandara. And having this feast for everyone, something happened. As you chant Sri Ganesh Aya Namaha, let us hear what will transpire. Ganesh Bhagwan ki!
दशेतु देवसे सर्वे मुनि गणा शिवम् आहुता आयुर्नाम कोर्ट शिवमस्तहो श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः मानितास्ते न ते सम्यक् कारयाम सुरोत्तमम् सर्वे त्वगणेश शोभित सर्वविघ्नहरं शुभम् श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री गणेशाय नमः नारायणाय नमः नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 11वां दिन अभिमंत्रित किए गए वे सभी मुनिगण शिव जी के घर पर अनेक उनके पुत्र के नामकरण हेतु आए. After the 10th day completed, the 11th day came. How many days the Ganesh festival? 11th day. The 11th day came and they came to the house of Lord Shiva inside Kutiya. नमो नारायणाय नमः नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. उन भगवान शिव जी के द्वारा सम्मानित किए जाने पर उन मुनि गणों ने उस बालक के सर्वेश्वर होने के कारण सर्व विघ्नहारक गणेश का शुभ नाम रखा था. And so the rishis and munis there,
After the 11th day, they all came to the home of Bhagwan Shiva. And so going, Bhagwan Shiva honored them. And they gave him a name. What was his name? Ganesh. He was given the name Ganesh. यह शुभ नाम रखा था. They said this will be a very auspicious name for this child, Ganesh. And so, Namo Narayanaय Namo Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. शिव जी ने भी उन मुनियों से कहा, आप लोगों ने समाचार नाम रखा है. शिव जी ने उस बालक को वरदान दिया कि यह बालक सभी शुभ कार्यों के आरंभ से पूजनीय होगा. And Bhagwan Shiva was pleased with the name that was given to this child. And Bhagwan Shiva gave blessing to him that whomsoever will worship to him, they will have success in all their undertakings. This is the reason why there is an 11-day festival for Lord Ganesh. From the Chaturthi, when he appears, straight down to the 11th day, is a festivity of celebrating the advent of the Lord. That is why there is an 11-day celebration for Lord Ganesh Ji. We celebrate the 11 days of his birth, and on the 11th day the baby is given the name. What? Jor se na, halla na, say what? Ganesh. Let the people in TV hear all you know. He's given the name Ganesh by the Rishis and Munis, and Bhagwan Shiva was pleased. Hence he was called Ganesh. This is why we have this festival. This is why in this period we have so much rituals and merriment. Just as when a child is born in your home, you have big fete and fanfare. So too we celebrate Ganapati Bhagwan. So now you know, if you didn't know, why is it that we have 11 days of festival for Bhagwan Ganesh? You see how beautiful this katha is? It took me 3 days to finish this katha. 3 days. But today you understand why there is an 11-day festival for Lord Ganesh. So today, on the 11th day of the festival, he becomes Ganesh. But we do Visarjan after we name him. Why? Because now we recognize this is the Lord of everything. Now, O Lord, you have served your purpose. 11 days we Rame Ganesh Nam. We keep the name of the Lord Ganesh for 11 days and 11 nights, that we become Ganesh conscious that now his work has come to an end. Now in symbol God, you can go on and leave us, because now you are never far from us, because our minds and hearts always Rame Ganesh Nam. This is our katha this evening. I hope and pray to Bhagwan Ganapati that you have learnt, especially those who came all the nights, to understand the whole flow of the katha, the beauty of Ganesh Ji. And why is it that we have this 11-day festival, and how he was manifested. Tomorrow evening we will be having 108 names of Lord Ganesh being recited, with 108 lotus flowers being offered to Lord Ganesh, 108 bundles of doof grass, 108 bay leaves, 108 bhangrai. You know bhangrai? Bhangrai is what we call in Trinidad as a Kongolala. That is a leaf for Lord Ganesh too. You see around our Ganapati there is also madar leaves. Madar leaves are used to offer to Lord Ganesh. In some parts of India they take the madar leaf and put the prasad in it and offer to Ganapati. If a madar tree is growing in your property, after 100 years you dig that madar tree, the whole root forms into a Ganesh. The madar is so powerful that the white madar, people cut the root of the madar and they carry it to the woodworkers in India and let them carve an image of Lord Ganesh and they put it in the north corner of their house to bring good luck. So you can even take a piece of the white wood of the madar tree and you worship it as Ganesh and keep it in the north of your house and always good luck is coming. So madar offerings is also good for Lord Ganapati. Shami Patra, but we don't have the Shami in Trinidad. Some people say there is in Trinidad, I haven't seen it. Shami is one of the leaves that are offered as well. There are many leaves to offer to Ganesh, but we use what we have in Trinidad. So tomorrow at 7 o'clock we will do the 108 name of Ganeshji. So all of us here in the Mandir can look on and take part in the puja, and all on ITV and all on the Facebook Live can take part in our puja to worship together as a family. By the grace of Bhagwan, next year we will do 1,008 names of Lord Ganesh, because you cannot use one grass. You have to make a bundle of 21 grass to make one atya. So you make 1,008 of that. But you know, that takes a lot of time. And because you will get to see the beauty of the puja, then next year we will surely get 10 people to make 100 bundle, and we will recite 1,008 names of Ganeshji, and we will bathe him with the durva. So tomorrow we will culminate our 9 nights of Katha. On Sunday morning we leave at 8 o'clock to make way to Tyriko Bay, our Ganga Sagar, where we brought waters from India and installed in 2001 Tyriko Bay as Ganga Sagar. We were going to put up a Shivalinga there, but people will disrespect it, so you know. But you see, this is what we must do as a dharma, as a Sanatan Jan. We must declare places like Mauritius, something. They make a whole lake. I am lucky to reach there yet, but Babuji gone. They make a whole lake, Ganga Talao. My friends, when I went to school in England, they always tell me about it. Ganga Talao. We must take places in Trinidad and make it India. We have a Sudama Tirat. We must have more places that highlights and pronounces our presence. So my friends, join us on tomorrow, and on Sunday morning bring your milk and your sindoor and so to bathe Ganeshji. Bring abir powder. It's a time of festivity and celebration that we are free from sinfulness. We are one with the Ganapati. It's a celebration to be in divinity. So without further ado, my friends, tonight is a very auspicious night for us, that you know, we have tonight with us Sri Surajdev Mangru, who I will call Babuji. You know, Babuji means father, because he's a great man, and we call great people Babuji or Baba. You don't even call him Pundit Baba. You know what it means? Father. A man who is a father, you know the kind of work he is doing. He's the first vice president of the NCIC, the chairman of the cultural affairs of the Hindi Nidhi Foundation, or Trinidad and Tobago. He was the co-chairman of the recently held international and regional Hindi conference held in Trinidad last weekend. Sorry I had the edge, I really wanted to come. The charter president of the Rotary Club of Trinidad and Tobago. The vice president of GEO, a global Indian organization, Caribbean region. The CEO of Trinity Insurance Brokers Limited. We have to talk about that. We need to get the Mandirs involved in insurance, because people cannot afford Hindus, our Sanatanis cannot afford medical insurance, they cannot afford many things. We need to have group insurances in the Mandir and thing. We need to get people involved so we protect our people. Heart problem is a major problem which we like too much of curry and we like too much of paratha. So we need things like that. He's a recipient of the Hummingbird Gold Medal for Culture during the country's 50th independence. He's a man, a very humble man. And from the first time I met him when I came to seek some help from the previous Mandir that I was in, I was inspired by him and I invited him to our Mandir. And he came, and he is a very humble man, and he has since many times I asked him to come and grace us with his knowledge and his guidance. He's doing a lot of work, and I hope that this is recorded and for the next generation to know of people like him, and it's a blessing to have a man like him here. But to know what he is doing for society and for our culture, paramount our culture throughout the West Indies, where Indians are Christian people, but he's convincing them to take up their culture if they don't want to change back to Sanatana Dharma. He is a man who is leading the way to revive our Indian culture in the Caribbean. People must remember these things. Young people must know the value of these people. One day they will go and people will forget, and we need to document these things. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now invite to the lectern Sri Surajdev Mangru to come and speak with us. Prem Solo Raja Ramchandra Bhagwan ki! Mike.
I think I better hold this and speak. Sorry to put through all this, President Ji. Ved Vyas Ji, Pandit Satyanand, Mahadev Dubey, other Pandits, members of the Kirtan Samaj, President and members of the Mandir, our global listeners and viewers on IETV, Srotas, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Sitaram, Namaste. पंडित जी के निमंत्रण पर यहाँ आकर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है. Let me say a special thank you for the invitation to address you all today. मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, we are living in a society where there is a total breakdown in family life. Today I stand before you to discuss a timeless subject that transcends generations and cultures, the importance of family life and togetherness as beautifully illustrated in the epic Ramayana. This ancient text not only narrates the trials and triumphs of its characters, but also imparts invaluable lessons on the virtues of love, loyalty, and the significance of family bonds. In the Ramayana, we witness the exemplary relationship between Bhagwan Sri Ram and his family. Prabhu Rama's deep love and respect for his parents, King Dashrath and Queen Kaushalya, reflect the core values of our devoted duty and reverence that are paramount in Indian culture. Despite the trials he faces, Sri Ram consistently honors his family's wishes and upholds his dharma, even when it means enduring great personal sacrifice. His acceptance
of exile to uphold his father's promise is a touching reminder of the strength that comes from placing family honor above oneself. Similarly, the bond between Sri Ram and his brothers, particularly Lakshman, is a testament of brotherhood and loyalty. Lakshmana's unwavering support during Sri Ram's exile illustrates the essence of standing by our loved ones through thick and thin. In today's world, where individualism often reigns supreme, we can draw inspiration from their relationship and strive to foster loyalty and solidarity within our own families. Furthermore, the Ramayana teaches us about the significance of partnership through the relationship between Prabhu Sri Ram and Sita Mata. Their love and mutual respect demonstrate that families thrive when there's understanding, trust, and collaboration. They faced numerous adversities together, showcasing that facing challenges as a united front fortifies family bonds. In our contemporary society, where rapid changes and technological distractions can drive us apart, it is essential to remember the teachings of the Ramayana. Family life is not merely about sharing a dwelling. It is about sharing experiences, values, and nurturing relationships. To truly connect, we must prioritize quality time together, be it through family, dinners, outings, and simple conversations. Moreover, the Ramayana's lessons extend to the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. Just as Prabhu Ram forgave those who wronged him, we too must learn to let go of our grievances and misunderstandings. A nurturing family environment is one where conflicts are resolved with compassion and understanding, allowing love to flourish. Let us also recognize the role of extended family and community as portrayed in the Ramayana. Just as Sri Ram's alliances with various characters such as Sri Hanuman and Sugriva, emphasizing the importance of friendship and community support, we too should value our relationships beyond our immediate families. Togetherness comes in many forms, and strengthening these bonds can bring a sense of belonging and security in our homes. In conclusion, not the end for me though, the themes of family life and togetherness in the Ramayana offer vital lessons for all of us today. As we navigate a world that often seems fragmented, let us draw upon these timeless teachings to foster love, loyalty, and understanding within our families. By doing so, we can create a nurturing and a united environment that not only enriches our lives but also contributes to a more harmonious and compassionate society. Today, my dear friends, I attempted to illustrate the importance of family life from a religious perspective for a purpose, and that is to bring family together, something that is sadly lacking around us. But before I demit my position here, there's two things I would like to say. Pundit made mention several things he said today. One of the recently concluded Hindi conference. Now I want to appeal especially to the older persons. And Pundit he made mention as well where we are giving our children non-Hindu names. I was listening to a program recently on one of the television stations where schools were having their graduation ceremony for the SAA student. And more than half the children from Hindu schools had non-Hindu names. So I'm wondering what's going to happen in 20, 25 years when they're married and they have their children. So their children will be naming John, Christopher, and so on and so on. So at some point in time, the Hindu names, the name that we should be proud of, the names that our forefathers struggled to keep in this country, and not only in this country, whenever they leave India, wherever they go, they struggled, and we're just throwing it away. So I want to urge you all, especially the older folks, let's start. Now a little child, when he's learning to speak English, he don't say a complete sentence, you know. He say, "Mommy, water want." And we understand the child wants water. Similarly, Well, let's start little conversation home. Half-liners. Beta, pani chahiye? Son, you want water? Bhook lagti hai? Are you hungry? Let's start doing that. Failing which at some point in time we will completely lost the language. We're almost there, but if we do not take stock, and I'm thankful that the Indian government through the Indian High Commissioner, the Hindi Nidhi and NCIC held this conference, and there's a purpose. We need to start in our home speaking the language Hindi. That's the language of our forefathers. It's a beautiful language. Most of the songs that sang here, in fact all, when you listen to Bollywood songs, they're all done in Hindi. Thankfully, we don't understand the language, but at least we understand the emotion portrayed in this song, and we understand and we tend to enjoy. But, excuse me, the time has come where we need to salvage whatever is left in the language. But I'm here for another purpose. And permit me, Pundit, permit me to say what I want to say here today. I have been coming to this temple for many years now, even across the road here, and Pundit rightfully said I visited that temple in my capacity as the chairman of the Self-Help Commission. And I found so much people, so much young people, that I felt that I should do something for the community, which I did. Am I right, Pundit? Then you came here, and I visit here almost every year. But it's a remarkable thing to see year after year that the improvement that you are doing in this temple. Just remember, my dear friends, a temple is not only a place for worship. A temple is also a place for communal activities, for singing, dancing, praying, whatever. But it's a communal center as well. So you have to use that. But that just can't happen like that. You need money. You need money. The time has come as Hindus, not everybody could afford it. And it's hard times, it's trying times. But we all should contribute something towards the development of all our temples in our community, our religious places of worship in our community. So Pundit has asked me today to come up with a suggestion to raise money for this temple. And we are going towards the end of January 2025. It takes about 3 months to organize a Bhajan Mala. And I know you have a global audience. All those who are looking on, just remember that we'll be calling upon you all to contribute towards this Bhajan Mala. It is important. When you look at the audience, you'll see the amount of young people in this temple, and that's very encouraging for me, and I'm sure for the management and for everybody sitting here. I love to see children in wherever I go, and they are the future, and we need to preserve this thing, preserve the temple. And I am going to appeal to you all that we need to come up together and ensure that we have a very successful Bhajan Mala. Pundit, with those few words, yes, Ganga Talao. I was fortunate to visit that place 5 times already. It's a very beautiful place. It's a lake where they have different murtis, different temples. They have a giant-sized Lord Shiva Murti as you enter the Ganga Talao. And they have a lingam that is 40 feet high, so you have to take 2 ladders to go up to offer your dar. So it's a beautiful place. I'm not saying we should do one here, but we should try and do something that signifies our presence in this country. The Hanuman Murti, we're thankful for that. The temples, we are thankful for that. There are more we can do. We need to signal our presence in this country and in fact the Caribbean. So my dear brothers and sisters, with those few words, I want to wish you all a Shubh Ganesh Chaturthi. Let us enjoy the blessings and receive the blessings of Bhagwan Ganesh. And I thank you all very much for the opportunity and of course the privilege of your attention. God bless one and all.
प्रेम सलो गजानन स्वामी भगवान की जय. बाबूजी को पूरे टप है ना. You can leave me mic here. So my friends, we'd like to thank Babuji for being here, to blessing us, and he's going to work with us this evening. Members of the Mandir will be sitting with him for a couple of moments to discuss the planning of our fundraiser next year. We have a fundraiser coming up, the 5th of December, we have a veggie queue. What else we have? We have our t-shirts and so on sale. you're checking for vehicles, and so you speak with Rajiv for Sunday morning who don't have vehicles to go. If you need to, if you go with your vehicles, there are numbers for you to put on your vehicles. Get one free to place on your vehicles for the police to guide you along the journey. Tomorrow it's Chadhawe from 8 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the evening, just as we have on every day 8, 9 to 11 every day we have Chadhawe, and then 5 o'clock in the evening. Tomorrow we have from 8 to 1. Then the pujaris and fellas who help in will go and take a rest. And from 5 o'clock we will start back Chadhawe, as tomorrow is a great Chadhawe day as the final night of Yajna. So you can join with us. Also, next year we are doing, as we say, we want to finish up the Mandir. We have help. People have helped us in many which ways, and we still have help. Don't feel that, the temple, we have one devotee from America has given me money to buy all the AC units. I have it in hand already, the money, not the AC units. Right? Mr. Lol Bhim from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. And we are just waiting for the three-phase to come in, and then we put up the AC. Then we will seal up the Mandir. We have to build out the dome. We have to fix the yard well. We have to extend the kitchen. So we have plenty of things to get done. When this dome built, it will be a marvelous dome for the whole Trinidad and Tobago. The next year we are also on from the 14th of April, we are doing a tour, a fundraising tour to India. It will be for 27 days in India. We leave it on the 14th to reach in India on the 16th. And from the 16th, check 27 days we'll be in India. And on the 28th day we leave to come back to Trinidad. 2 days I am going with the tour, so I'm carrying you away. I just go to shop. 2 days shop till you drop. No tour guide carrying you. I letting you go to buy. Gold, everything I carrying you. You're going to buy cheap gold. Not I say cheap. Better price and better quality. I'm taking you for 27 days in India. From next year in April to assist us with doing a fundraiser to build the dome. We only carry 25 people. Only 25 people we are taking, nothing more than that. Anybody will go on next door because we want to keep control of the people. So all who are interested to go with us in the coming days, which will get the brochure and so from India. And so you will be able to know where we're going, the hotels we're staying, everything you will see. So you can join with us in this tour once in a lifetime. You're going to Gaya to perform Shraddh for your ancestors. We are going 4 days in Kashmir. We are going to South India into Rameshwaram. We are going to Ram Lala temple. We are going to Kasi Vishwanath to perform puja. We are going to Vrindavan. We are going to Bihar. We are going to Calcutta, to Dakshineshwar Kali temple, to various mandirs and things. So we're going to some Shakti Peeths, some Jyotirlingas. We are going to a few places in India. We are going to Bombay to do a little sightseeing as well too. So join us in that if you wish. You can get further information accordingly. So may Bhagwan bless you all, my friends. We see you tomorrow as we continue our yajna, as we culminate tomorrow, and then we have the Visarjan on Sunday. May Bhagwan bless you all. Let us all stand now as we have Aarti. Prem Solo Gajanan Swami ki!
गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे न लोक तैते सदेवता अरे तीन लोक तैते सदेवता अरे द्वार खड़े सब अर्ज करे द्वार खड़े सब गौरे गणपति सेवा मंगल मेवा सेवा से रिधि सिद्धि दक्षिण वाम विराजे
दक्षिण भाव विराजे
रिधि सिद्धि दक्षिण वाम विराजे
दक्षिण भाव विराजे
अरु आनंद सो चमर करे
आनंद सो चमर करे गणपति की सेवा मंगल देवा सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे
दीप और लिए आरती अरे धूप दीप और लिए आरती अरे भक्त खड़े जयकार करे भक्त खड़े जयकार करे
गणपति की सेवा मंगल देवा सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे
गुड़ के मोदक भोग लगत है अरे गुड़ के मोदक भोग लगत है अरे मूषक वाहन चढ़ा करे मूषक वाहन
गणपति की सेवा मंगल देवा सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे
रूप से ये गणपति के अरे सौम्य रूप से ये गणपति के अरे विघ्न भाजो दूर परे विघ्न भाजो दूर परे गणपति की सेवा मंगल देवा सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे गणेश भादो मास और शुक्ल चतुर्थी अरे भादो मास और शुक्ल चतुर्थी अरे गिर दो पारा पूर परे गिर दो पारा गणपति की सेवा
सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे
गणपति की सेवा मंगल देवा
सेवा से सब विघ्न करे सेवा से सब विघ्न करे हरि सेवा से सब विघ्न करे हरि सेवा से सब विघ्न करे
हरि ओम। Let us clasp our hands and close our eyes. As we ask Bhagwan's blessings upon all of us, that we are here in satsang, through the blessings of Bhagwan, we pray, O Bhagwan, let us always walk the pathway that we are destined to walk, to gain this world and to save our soul, to always be your devotee, O Bhagwan, to be loving and accepting. As we pray, O Lord, let peace reverberate through the universe. Who are friends, let them be in peace. And who even may not be friendly towards us, we wish peace upon them as well. Let us all pray together as a family.
Tumeva mata chapita tvameva tumeva bandhuja sasa tvameva tumeva veda tvavinam tvameva tumeva sarvam
प्रेम से लो उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, उड़ैसा जगन्नाथ की जय, वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय, अयोध्या राम लला की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम। प्रेम से गजानन स्वामी की, गजानन स्वामी की, गजानन स्वामी की, सत सनातन धर्म की, सतगुरु की दंडवत। जय जय सीताराम। Turn to each other and tell everybody, जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम।